their acquisition of Fox will count towards Disney Plus as well. So you can stream all of like Simpsons, Family Guy.
Disney owns a ton of things, man.
They own like everything.
I think they might own everything.
They just gotta buy Sony. We're still waiting on that one.
I think they own me. No.
Can
That'd be cool if they're like, hey, you want to buy a cash and phone? I'm like, where do we sign up?
100%. I sell my soul.
I got a Simba tattoo.
I know. Right?
Sell my soul.
You also missed the blue memo, by the way.
This is the only shirt I got, man. Leave me alone.
I'm just saying.
I like your shirts. You guys dating?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have different colors, bro.
Yeah, okay.
We're peripherally dating.
Shit.
No, I like it.
Yeah. You rolled up the sleeves.
Always, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. Is that
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I don't know if it's like an uncool thing to do.
No, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
so
roll
there's
up my sleeves and everything.
I don't know.
If I give you a shirt, you can't.
You remember back in the day when people used to keep their cigarettes?
The 50 style?
In the sleeve?
Yeah.
You just flip it over and put a Zippo in the other one, I guess.
I guess.
I've never seen that. That'd be cool.
Put a shank in one.
What? What if you shank yourself?
Remember 50s movies with it? Never mind. Sorry.
No, I didn't.
I was thinking of like Grease. Those 50s movies.
No,
with that little knife.
shanks are real.
Did you? Do you remember when Plaxico Burress shot himself while walking into a club?
Yeah.
Plaxico Burress was an NFL football player.
Okay.
New York Giants?
Yeah, New York Giants. And he was, for whatever reason, going to a club, and he had pajamas on because I had a picture of him.
Yeah.
And he had a gun in it, and he walked into the club and shot himself and had to be rushed to the hospital.
They don't check his gun when he walks in? Oh, wait, because he's a celebrity.
Because he's Plaxico. Also, his man's name is Plaxico. Like super glue of some sort. No? Plastico Burress.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, definitely.
I love it.
Or a plaster of some sort.
Yeah, I
on the nose.
don't keep up with football. When that came on the news, I'm like, Plaxico Burress is a man, and he shot himself.
This is recent?
No, this was like 10 years ago.
Oh, okay.
10 years ago, I'd say.
All right.
Yeah.
He, one of like those talented guys, but never reaches potential. Always doing dumb stuff, I guess.
Yeah, man.
As they would say, but who am I to judge? I don't know. But remember when Gilbert Arenas brought his gun into an arena? I'm like, oh, God.
Wait, what was the story behind that?
It was something about like him and one of his teammates.
This is
Antonio
Washington
Daniels, I can't
Wizards
remember.
point guard.
Okay.
A good one, like an all-star level.
Really good. He was at the peak of his career, and then it was something where like there was some kind of argument or whatever, so he brought his gun.
This is what I remember. One of the other players on his team owed him money
I think
from
it was
a
Antonio
gambling
Daniels,
game.
right?
Yeah, I think it was Antonio Daniels from a gambling.
So that gun was for his own teammate.
So
Yeah,
he
to,
brought
like,
his
show
gun to
you-
like, yo,
like, where's my? Apparently, that's
that's how real this guy is when
and
somebody
that's
owes
when
him money.
he's gone. Like he's gone.
Yeah.
Like no one. His career. Like he was
Doesn't
up
he
there.
just get ejected from the NBA? They just don't let him play no more, right?
Yeah, it was something like that. Like this dude was easily, I'd say like top 12 in the NBA at that time. Like he was up. He was all
He would be
star,
like top
superstar.
5 point guards. It would be if
I
Kyle
put him
Lowry
there.
brought a gun to the end because like Danny Green owed him money before he left.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah. Yeah.
What goes on in the person's head where he's like, I gotta solve this with a gun in the arena?
Yeah, what goes on in a millionaire's head? Like, how much money did he own you?
Right?
Yeah, like, come on. How much money was this?
Yeah, it's some of the decisions. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I like how he's not.
I try. I don't go all the way.
This guy has no judgmental bone in his body. He's like,
It's hard.
I don't know. It's hard to question people's judgment sometimes, man.
Why?
And I'm like, what kind of dumbass?
And then you figure like you hear about the amount of like NBA players or even just athletes in general who like they're not sure how to handle all this money they're getting. So they
That I can understand.
They end up working at Starbucks part time. It's like, dude, you blew all your money. You have to work at Starbucks now. It's like you made millions, man.
Is that still like an occurring thing to this day?
Yep.
In one sport or major sport or another, this is pretty much happening like 18 times a year in one or another major sport.
But I thought at this point, that because there's so
They'd
many,
smarten up.
there's so many cautionary tales.
Also, like the NBA has a financial planning program to put all rookies through.
Yeah.
Like this is what you can expect. This is how you do this.
Oh, so they're just making that because it wasn't at some point where because a lot of these players came from like poor backgrounds, they didn't know how to handle the
They're
money.
frivolous with it.
So then that was it. So, but I thought that era was done.
Yeah.
And now because we have players now in the NBA who are kids of players who already went through the system.
Yeah.
It is getting better, but it's still a thing here and there. But yeah, definitely there was an era like that early to mid 2000s,
Yeah.
like
Oh,
Latrell Sprewell era.
That Iverson?
AI.
AI's hung in there.
Legendary though.
He's hung in there. Iverson's hung in there.
Yeah,
he does his thing.
He has an Adidas contract, I think.
Yeah.
But there's a chunk of them in that era who just like Darius Miles, blah
Yeah.
blah. Who just ooh.
Every sport, man. It's
Yeah.
very interesting. But then again, I have friends that aren't NBA basketball players.
Yeah.
They're like accountants, and they'll get a bonus check, and they'll blow it all away, and they're always in debt. And even when they get like a little bit of money, it's not even millions of dollars. They'll let it go to their head. So can't take the 10 whatever out of the whatever. Sometimes I don't know.
No matter what the training is.
Yeah, dude.
Goddamn.
Yeah. I would think.
What would be? All right, you get 10 G's. I want you to answer this question based on responsible Sayed and then fun-loving Sayed.
Right.
Okay. Responsible Sayed, obviously you're gonna save it. Fun-loving Sayed, I don't care about responsible actually.
Fun-loving Sayed, I don't know, man. I'm sorry. I literally have no idea. It's not enough money for me to actually like do something fun with. It's like I guess I go on a trip. Like
I would go to Hawaii.
Yeah, I guess I take my wife for Hawaii, or maybe replace my 2005 Civic.
10 G's is not enough to play with.
Yeah, what do you think, Eric? Is 10 G's?
Okay,
let's just get a bigger number.
Okay, give us like 100,000. You're right. All right, let's go 100,000.
All right,
let's go.
All right, now you're talking my language.
Right. What do you got? We'll come back to Sayed.
What would I spend $100,000 on? All right, so the majority of me would say spend a little, save a bunch,
right?
Or maybe get like a house. The usual thing. If it was $100,000 and I didn't need the $100,000,
you had to spend it.
Or I had to spend it. Okay, that's easy. I would own myself a Porsche.
Oh, you go for a car.
Yeah, 911 turbo. I'd go crazy with it. Or no, Lambo would probably be more than 100,000.
Yeah, you can't.
So I'd stay in the Porsche realm.
Okay.
The Porsche, maybe like Audi R8 realm.
That's
what I would do.
All right. You would have to get a used R8.
Sure.
Hey, man,
so then
the man have his drinking, you asshole.
But that's okay. Porsche then. Give me the Porsche 911 turbo.
There you go. We got it.
Give me that 80K car.
There you go. Exactly.
Yeah.
100 G's. 100 G's you have to spend.
Can I get a GTR though?
Can
I get a GTR
no, you cannot.
For that price?
Get out of here.
I think you get a base on 97.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe I can then get them to, they'll bring me down a little bit.
You get 1 year off. And
Can
you
you
get
lease
no
one?
problem. For sure. 100%.
Yeah, done.
Spread it.
All right,
Spread it.
GTR or a Porsche 911
Yeah.
turbo.
I think
Depends where I'm at.
Car. So essentially car.
Car.
Yeah.
I think I put a nice down payment on a cottage. I'd love to have like a place by a body of water or something like that.
That sounds fantastic.
Do it in like the famous area too of like Muskoka, like next to like Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell.
Yeah, it's $100,000, but we can better get a down payment down.
No,
You know what? Actually, cottage property is just hard to come by. It's not like super duper expensive most of the time.
Yeah, but it is hard. Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
People don't want to let go, kind of thing.
Exactly.
Or it's handed down.
Because of the acreage? Because it's just the amount of land that you sit on?
Yeah. No, like you want to give it to your family. It just stays in the family.
Yeah,
really.
yeah. Grandkids, etc.
Almost the same thing as you, but in Mauritius.
Oh,
well, you can have money left over.
I was gonna say,
No?
Really?
No.
It's expensive.
okay.
Because they sell coast as if they're Europeans. So the money's over there is like millions. Yeah, you're not getting anything left over. There's nothing left over.
Wow.
If anything, I need more. But yeah,
Didn't know that.
it's the closer you get to the coast, the wider the prices become, like targeted towards Europeans.
I literally thought you said whiter. The wider the prices become, only white people.
I said wider because it's for Europeans. Yeah, it's for Europeans.
He wasn't playing.
They price out for Europeans. I could buy something in the city mad cheap though.
Yeah, you probably get a tin shack. I've been in Pakistan. I think Mauritius is way better off than Pakistan. Yeah. But in Pakistan, you can buy a light pole.
Yeah.
Somebody's selling it.
You can perch on it, become a gargoyle.
Somebody probably does, dude. It's crazy. I've seen
Spider-Man it.
I've seen man try to sell a treehouse.
Wow. Was it a nice treehouse? I always wanted a treehouse when I was a kid.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
Same.
I thought that was only something white people had. I never.
And so you couldn't dream about it?
No, I couldn't dream about it. No joke. I couldn't dream about it.
You never dreamt of a blonde.
No, because where I was, there were no trees in like inner city Houston that many, at all.
Yeah.
They're just pine trees. You can't do like. I like that.
Okay.
We got ghetto trees, man.
You know what's funny? Your thought about tree houses and like, yo, this is not for us.
Yeah.
Mauritians has the same thing about surfing.
Really?
Yeah, you can surf anywhere. There is no way that any hotel owns the beach. That was a rule they had. So the beaches always need to be for public usage, right? So you can't own a piece of the ocean.
Okay.
So what we can do is you go close to a really expensive hotel and just walk up the beach. Now you use their beach, which is like nice and clean and all that other stuff. So it's fine. But Mauritians have never figured out that they could also surf because it felt like it was a white person. You didn't even think about doing it.
Oh.
It's cool. It's a cool idea.
Interesting.
But they don't do it because it's just, we're programmed to think
Differently,
that it's not ours.
Interesting.
Yeah. And that was tree houses for Sayed. I wanted to build my own.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but then what ended up happening was just me, like when as a kid, just staying in the apple tree for like hours on end, making Home Alone traps.
That's great.
That's cool.
The paint buckets that come down the road.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
That's amazing.
Because,
Well, did you ever get like one piece of wood up there and your dad was like, what do you do?
yeah, well, you see, also I didn't want to. If I would do trip lines,
Yeah.
but it's not like I could test it on my parents,
Yeah.
right? Because that would be a beat.
You would have to bait a man. You have to throw some rocks at a man, wait for him to come and swing this thing at him.
But that was fun. That was a great
Yeah.
pastime for dude. We lived close and parallel lives,
I know.
and then we were just doing completely different
We should
things.
have built a treehouse together, man.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
would have been fantastic.
I was-
Blue shirts together.
Damn blue shirt. Great flag. I always thought of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Carlton's treehouse. When
which
Will
one was this?
when Will
Yes.
goes up to talk to him, and he's like, "Hey man, before we finish the talk, can I use your bathroom?" And Carlton's like, "Yeah, it's down the hall to the left." I'm like, "What? I want one of those." The dude's got a bathroom in his treehouse. It's amazing.
That was a dope treehouse. That was like my apartment in Houston.
Dude.
That
Yeah,
was
probably.
a nice treehouse.
Yeah,
I love that show, man.
The greatest show of all time. I love
Greatest
that
show
show.
of all time.
That is a great show.
I've seen so many shows since, but that,
Nothing compares.
yeah, I think.
How do you feel when you see the father episode? Does it still hit you
Oh,
like a ton
yeah.
of
Man,
bricks?
I saw it like
Dude.
2 weeks ago.
Why you don't want me, man? God.
Dude, Uncle Phil and we. Oh
Ah.
man. Yeah, everyone always says it like, at least our era, like that is the episode of anything that'll give you feels no matter what. Nothing will touch that episode.
That still
It's
cheers me up.
golden.
You can watch that episode even if you have never seen the show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it
you still
hits.
and you'd
Yeah.
be like, oh no, why doesn't he want him?
Yeah.
And that was the first time. Like, I mean, we always knew how funny Will Smith was. That was the first time for me watching him and going like, he's got this, like dramatically.
Yeah.
Like the way he made you feel, I'm like, damn, like Will Smith can act. And that's when,
Yeah.
of course, Bad Boys came and Independence Day and blah blah. But I'm like, he
Where
surprised
he
the hell-
used none of that range
where he
whatsoever.
acted, none
He
at
was
all.
more badass, but the idea is like you could see it in him. It's like, and obviously he's like one of the most talented actors ever, and it's like he showed in that episode, man.
That
Like,
was crazy
oof.
to the point where if you watch that episode again, right? If you happen
Yeah.
to watch that episode again, because it fades right into the statue and then you
Yeah.
can see the name, you can hear sniffling. That's the crew, some of the crew crying
because they felt it.
live because of his performance.
I thought that was him. So I thought that was Will and Phil. So you blew my mind with that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, one of the last sniffles you hear before Fade to Black. That's
Is the crew.
Is the crew? Yeah, or someone from the crew. Yeah.
There's
Oh,
a
yeah.
Interview with Uncle Phil where he's talking. I don't know the guy's name.
Yeah.
He's passed away, right? R.I.P.
Yes.
R.I.P.
R.I.P..
Phil Avery.
Yeah, something Avery. Bill Avery.
I got it. Keep going.
All right, cool. So this
How am I
gentleman,
failing on this?
He was
James Avery. Got it.
There you
Sorry,
go.
I apologize.
So he was. I like that. I was like,
I let
who's he
him down.
apologizing to? I'm like, oh, Phil Avery.
Yo, I let James Avery down.
James
sorry,
Avery.
Uncle Phil. I'm sorry, Uncle Phil.
But he was
How dare
talking
I?
to Will Smith, and he was saying like, "Hey, this is it. This is where you act." And he'd been like telling him that everything he's done before that was easy. But
Yeah.
now this is where you show you can act. And when he did it, and when they finally hugged, he told him like, "Good job, son."
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, there's
So
a
added
video of
more
this.
emotion to it. That's cool.
Oh man, yeah, good cry. And then it's true. I mean, Independence Day, no acting. Best acting part was Welcome to Earth.
Yeah,
and he punched that
punches
thing.
the
I think
goon.
that was
Bang,
it.
yeah.
Enemy of the Gates, minimal acting.
Minimal.
Pretended to be a lawyer a little bit.
Just really scared the entire
Yeah,
time.
yeah. And I don't know what the other one was. Definitely
Men
not
in
Wild
Black.
Men in
Wild
Black.
Wild West.
Wow. Oof.
Oh, that was rough.
Yeah.
Seen it twice.
It got
Yeah.
better as he went. It got better.
Yeah.
Like
He had some- yeah.
he just had to play the badass. So the little
He got
humorous
paid
badass.
for that. He's every now and then you're like, hey, I got paid for that.
You didn't dig him in MIB though. I thought
I
in
loved him in
Yeah, I love him.
MIB. He,
Love him.
like he didn't go crazy with the range like we're
Yeah.
saying,
Yeah.
but I think like he kind of showed off like he can carry
Like
a movie. Like he's
Well,
the guy.
He was
He
carried
was
from the
carrying
jump.
everything. Yeah, he can carry
carried
everything.
You
Independence
think
Day.
I guess because he didn't show up much in Independence Day. Like in the first, like I'd say half of the movie.
Really?
You didn't get a lot of him in the first half. Am I wrong on this? I felt
No,
like you didn't
he's there.
Just-
I thought he was there
you
from the
didn't get-
whole
yeah, he's
time.
like-
we didn't
whole-
get much out of him till like things started to really kick off. Unless I'm wrong. I swear I watched a couple months ago and like you didn't. things
Stop the
didn't kick-
podcast.
We need to double
We're
check.
gonna watch this movie.
Double check
But,
it. Let me know
I'll
if
have
I'm
to
wrong.
watch that
I know
movie
Jeff
again.
Goldblum was in there a
Yeah.
fair bit, but
I think it was
thought
shared presence.
Yeah, Bill Pullman like as president.
Also, maybe just looking back on it, you're like, yeah, that's Will Smith's movie.
Yeah.
Like, maybe you are right, but I think you're wrong. But Enemy of the State, that was his movie.
Yeah.
All
Was it
the
Tommy
rest.
opposite Tommy Lee Jones in that movie?
In what? Enemy of the State?
Yeah.
No.
Who's
That was
There's some older white gentleman.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god.
Okay, Google.
No. I got this. It was.
Dude,
Oh my
don't
God.
worry about it.
No, it's okay.
That's so
Eric
funny.
wants
You
to be a
actually
hero.
pulled up. No. What's Oh my! I'm failing so bad.
She
never
goes,
mind.
oh.
She's so disappointed that she couldn't help.
We'll get it. I couldn't remember if it was a.
That's
dude
fine.
from-
We'll-
She's like, doesn't Eric know
We'll
it's a
unblock-
podcast and you can't do that?
Sorry.
We're gonna unblock
Pull it
it.
up.
But that being said, are we excited? Do we all watch the trailer for Bad Boys for Life #3?
I
I
seen that
haven't yet.
I haven't yet.
No.
Roll it. No, I'm just kidding.
Should I?
Also posted.
Hey, that's my fucking one.
It's posted on Crash and Flow for people who are listening who want to watch it, but you'll
Oh,
be able to see
yeah.
it anywhere. It is exactly movie 1 and movie 2. It's almost the same jokes.
it's got the vibe.
It's the same shticks.
Yeah.
It's the same poses. At some point, he takes 2 guns and is holding it like this.
Will it have the same Michael Bay theatrics?
Is it Michael Bay?
explosions?
No, it's 2 Arabs.
Whoa, it's going to have way more explosions. Different types of explosions.
Yeah.
Same camera angles. It's
Really?
all they're doing is they're saying you liked 1, you liked 2.
Here's
We're
3.
gonna give you everything that you liked out of that. We do the same thing again.
I was hoping they'd add another dude. It's like Men in Black 3. There's a third.
Right.
Not Men in Black. Whatever these guys are. What are they? Bad Boys. Another bad boy because it's the third one. Just throw in another dude.
Yeah, I think there's too much of that, right? Because
Throw in like...
Imagine if it was Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
It's The
I
Rock
don't
or
want-
Kevin Hart.
I don't want
Yeah.
either one of them showing up in the Bad Boys movie.
And then The Rock comes in and kicks Will Smith out of his franchise.
this is mine now.
And it's just The Rock and Kevin Hart and no Martin Lawrence. That would be the best.
Yo,
I would
Rock.
love that story arc. Just The
can't
Rock
have it
just
all.
enters movies and kicks
just
out
everyone else.
Neo out of the Matrix and like
Gene Hackman
Gene Hackman. That's what I was
Hackman.
thinking.
and
I
John
couldn't remember his
Voight.
name. Dang it.
I want The Rock to get into Lion King and kick Simba out somehow.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, that would be the best.
Now it's shot in Hawaii or
Yeah.
like Samoa.
That would be
It is
dope.
crazy though when you think about when it comes to Bad Boys 3.
Yes.
I mean, think about how long we haven't had Martin Lawrence for.
Yeah.
It's been ages. Like
Yeah.
that guy just disappeared. He just like did his own thing.
I don't know,
Eddie
man.
Murphy
I
style.
don't think he was
right?
doing
I don't
anything.
think he was,
he wasn't
doing
doing
his
much,
own
man.
thing.
All he was
What
doing
do you
was
think he was
gaining
doing?
weight. He was
I
just
think
gaining
he
weight. He was eating
doing
food.
his own thing, as in like he wasn't like just at home. Eddie Murphy
that's
style
true.
with his kids, with his
Yeah.
family.
That's true.
Like he
I
didn't
wonder
do
if
it.
Martin Lawrence made that kind of money though.
Hold on, we're gonna do net
Or was
worth.
he just trying and nobody's trying to have Martin Lawrence at
Martin
the
was
party?
Big Mama's house.
His net worth currently at 2018, 110 million.
Oh, he's all set.
Yeah,
he's
I'd be
fine.
fine.
I
with
think
that.
so.
As long as
He's
you
not a
don't-
basketball player. You're not gonna blow it all on.
Spinning rims.
Chris Tucker too. I'm like,
Remember
what's
that?
Chris
With
Tucker
Charles
up to
Woodward?
every now and then?
Yeah, Chris Tucker.
Just waiting for Jackie to call.
Yeah, Rush
Just
Hour.
waiting for Jackie Chan to call.
Sorry.
You tried to jump off that one.
I was like, I can't. I can't do
Oh boy.
impressions. But he got paid 20 for the last one. Got paid 20 million.
Yeah, apparently there is a Rush Hour 4 in production, right?
No.
I
Apparently.
think they should just go
Apparently.
with the next dude.
That's
20 million is a lot of money.
right. There's a Rush Hour 4.
Oh,
in production.
Schneikes. Rush Hour 4 is happening after reuniting,
Yeah.
blah, 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 blah. After reuniting, yeah. The rumor is false.
Oh, well, had me excited.
Yeah, man, that's
Jackie Chan shoots down Rush Hour 4 rumors.
Of course he did.
If Jackie
it.
would at least be like, I want 20 million this time. And we were like, Jackie, Chris already got his 20. We can't give you 20.
No knock on the third one, but the first two, classic.
What about
Classic.
Shanghai Noon?
Shanghai Noon. I watch anything.
Jackie
Shanghai
Chan-
Nights, Shanghai Noon,
Is it
Shanghai
Nights?
Nights. There's
Yeah,
two of them.
No. Shanghai Noon
Noon and
is
then
with Jackie
Shanghai-
Chan with
Owen
Wilson.
Wilson.
Whoa,
Yeah.
yeah.
Then there's Shanghai Nights.
Is that a
The-
different
the
one?
sequel.
Oh, did you like that one? The Owen Wilson one?
Both of them are not bad, but I'm still a Rush Hour. Like, you can't give me Rush Hour and then give me that
Yeah, that's true.
and expect me not to.
Yo,
go
can you
back to
guess the rating for Shanghai Noon, the first one,
Oh.
on Rotten Tomatoes?
I'm going to say it's rotten.
them. 52.
Say like,
Watch
20.
Watch me like 32.
it's like 6.
Yeah.
79. Said,
Certified Fresh 79.
Yeah. What about
Nueve.
Shanghai Nights? Look up Nights.
Okay, hold on.
Am I all wrong? Wasn't that movie a piece of shit?
It was not. It was not
Didn't
great.
you rewatch it?
It was not great, but you know what? I think what we're doing
Yeah.
is we're mixing Wild Wild West with Shanghai Noon's crappiness because I think they both came around the
It's
site.
true.
And Wild Wild West's crappiness is just really
it
just
stinks so
it's
bad that it ruins the whole genre.
Okay, Knights. Here we go.
It's got to be like 50 now. Like
Jackie
Shanghai
Chan is
Nights,
like
the
a
sequel's never good.
buddy movie fiend. That's all
Yeah.
he did for like such a while.
I know.
Okay. Shanghai Knights was when in England.
Yeah.
Rotten Tomatoes, 66%.
Oh, it's still hung up there.
Yo.
Still hung up there. There you go.
Yeah.
I think
After
that
all
movie's
those-
worse in my memory somehow.
Yeah. You know what I've been itching to do for the
Yeah.
longest time?
Tell me.
I want to go back because I grew up on Jackie Chan movies.
Oh yeah, Rumble in the Bronx all day.
Bruce Lee was a little too old.
Yep.
Right. But Jackie Chan was just new, so that was the cool stuff to watch at the time.
Yeah.
But you realize how many Jackie Chan movies came out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was prolific. It was
Yeah.
one every year to
For like 15 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, and then we never watched him again. I feel like it would be cool to just go back and go through the whole catalog and watch a bunch of Jackie Chan movies.
I did that with Rumble in the Bronx recently.
Yeah.
I rewatched because I own like all of his movies. Which is
Really, you do?
Oh, practically. I love the guy.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
man, that's awesome.
I didn't know that.
So Rumble in the Bronx, watched it again recently, and I was like, yeah, you know what? Like it carries well. Like it's such a good movie, and I think he has, whether he's like a good actor or a bad actor, I think he's got a natural charisma, like a charm to him that you can't not love the guy.
Yeah.
And then ultimate stunt guy, like he does his own stunts in Rumble in the Bronx. There's during the end credits they show all of the stunts he did, like him doing the actual stunts.
Yeah, I remember that.
And everything that went bad. So there's a point where I think
He breaks his leg.
He breaks his leg or his foot, and he didn't want to stop production, so he put on for the second half of the movie a cast and then a sleeve that looked like his jeans and his sneaker.
Holy
so the
cow.
dude's like running and jumping with a busted, like a broken foot.
He did the
Insane.
jump from the thing onto the hovercraft with a casted
broken
leg.
foot. Yeah, yeah. Isn't that nuts?
Jeez.
Yeah, the things he's done, like he
I
will
wonder
always
if
be the best.
he's like,
He has.
pay me.
Oh,
I
sorry.
want the stunt man's money.
I thought you were gonna say. I wonder if he's had. It's like yes, he's had like brain aneurysms.
Have
he's
you
had
like
all
heard
kinds of
about his
injuries.
childhood training with the? I think they're called the red pajamas or something.
Some
Like he was in a.
what?
You would like drop your kid off at this academy
Oh, okay,
that would
okay.
like make them a friggin' ninja contortionist,
Oh man.
and really tough stuff. Apparently, like it's brutal, but
Remember, I think it was Rush Hour 1. Do you remember the stunt where he jumps through the slot at
I
the
know exactly,
casino?
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you fit in that.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
how did you
have
do
you seen that go wrong when he tries to
Oh,
do
and
it
he
and gets
hits his
stuck
rib
and he's just
cage?
like, oh, and I was like, oh, I'm claustrophobic somehow.
I always got a knee thing.
Yeah.
Like when he's jumping, the ledge of it just catching your kneecap.
Yeah, yeah. I don't want to think about it.
That guy was ready to die for the art.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like,
I'm like, you really don't even need to do that, bro. You could do just a backflip and that'd be all set. You know, just
I know. I
have
am
to
down.
put yourself through a man-sized hole.
Can you imagine? If we ever do it, though, like marathon, I'm in. Count me in.
yeah?
Like, dude,
Wow.
Okay.
go through like Rush Hour, the Tuxedo,
Oh yeah.
I can imagine.
Jennifer Love
Super
Hewitt,
Cop?
Super Cop. He's had all kinds, man. He's had like,
He's fought with everything.
oh, yeah.
True. Yeah, he's fought
Oh,
with
yeah.
robots, animals.
No, and then actually used it in a fight. He's used
yeah.
ladders.
Yep.
True.
He's used a refrigerator, a shopping cart.
Yep.
Just that's off the dome I can think of.
I think it was called, I think it was like the Spy something, like Spy Next Door or something
Okay,
like that.
yeah.
It was like more of like a kid's movie. I swear he fought with stuffed animals. I swear he like was throwing stuffed animals at people and punching them through it and stuff like that. Like he's done literally everything as a weapon, which is great.
I think
Did
he's a
you like the
master.
cartoon?
Which cartoon?
Jackie.
Yeah, that one.
I forgot about that.
You forgot about
with the little kid, right? And the
Yeah.
cousin.
Jackie Chan Adventures.
Adventures.
Yeah.
He had way better English than that.
Yo,
His English was impeccable.
That's
in
because
that.
it was.
I gotta go back and watch. I forgot
One
about that.
more
Thank you.
thing.
Yo, I remember that being pretty prolific.
Take it easy, bro. Take it easy. Take it easy, Yasin.
I love Grandpa. It was Uncle, right? That's
Yeah, what do you
Uncle-
sound like?
Yeah, I can see why. One more thing.
All right, Dave, calm down. Just relax.
Yeah, I gotta go back and see that though. That's a good one.
I loved Uncle. It was great.
Yo,
Who didn't?
Yeah.
yeah, Jackie Chan, like even to this day, he probably could still do majority of those stunts if he wanted to.
Yeah.
I feel like
I don't think he needs to.
I think.
No, I think he still
at
could
times-
jump off the ladders and shit.
Sure.
How old is he?
I don't know.
69 is my guess.
Jeez, man, he's not jumping off of nothing.
Who knows? He's a legend. He'll never die. Okay.
Yeah,
Tear.
well, he's definitely a legend. That's for
Yeah,
darn
man,
sure.
that'll be a
Yeah,
day.
my guess 69.
65.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Chan.
That's a grown up.
65. Yeah. He knew wushu, kung fu, hapkido, and a bunch of other things.
Damn.
You think he could fight?
Think he could fight?
You
Like,
think he could fight?
Like legit fight? Of course, I think so. No?
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
You think he only like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like play fight? Like
I think he's a
movie fight.
master. He's a master cinematographer, like for fight choreography. I think
Yeah.
he's the master. He's one of the very best to ever
But you
do
don't
it.
think he can just get someone right in the throat?
No.
Really? Eh?
I like that Alec. Sorry, Eric went with that move. Like, you think you could just hit somebody in the throat?
Just get him right in the throat, right in the eye. He's got to be quick enough.
It's such a Jackie Chan thing to do.
Yeah.
right?
No, I think you don't think so. Yeah, curious.
No, I don't think he could fight, man. Here's the thing: Mad Athletic, right?
Okay.
Has a decent understanding of just being people training him for stunts and stuff, but I don't think he has any fighting credentials.
Really?
Yeah,
But
I would give him a good chance. So just like a gymnast at fighting.
really? But wasn't Bruce Lee a sensei or like one of his like
No, but
mentors?
see,
or is that
it's
just for the movie side?
Exactly, movie side. Because and you are correct because like they had fight scenes together.
In Enter the Dragon and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
exactly. And so like, he credits of like learning a lot from Bruce Lee and things like that. Bruce Lee could fight.
Yeah,
but-
we all know that. Of course. Yeah.
So I mean, but the thing is that had he had any professional fights?
No, nothing even kind of the sort.
Bruce Lee, no, he didn't.
Yeah.
But he did do. He was the first to mix the styles.
cross-train, yeah,
to cross-train,
definitely.
yeah. But he didn't have any official fights.
No, he
So
sparred.
do you think Bruce Lee could fight then?
I think Bruce Lee could fight.
Yeah. Okay.
But I think like a
Never
like
doubt
a,
Bruce Lee.
but I think
Good.
like a UFC fighter would,
Yeah.
Yeah, but can't compare now, right?
Yeah, Bruce Lee
like-
wasn't training for
yeah,
that.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah.
If Bruce Lee trained for a UFC fight, I think he'd be a pretty decent fighter.
I want Jackie Chan to listen to this podcast and then come to my work and kick my ass.
Can you imagine?
Just getting so upset. He's like, we're flying in. Just runs through my work window on the 42nd floor of Scotia Plaza. I'm like, it's happening. I'm running away.
Proves he can still move
I
and
know.
fight.
I know.
Imagine the panic.
Yeah, I can't even. I get in a room, he slips through the keyhole.
How are you doing this, Uncle
Guy's
Jackie?
limber.
And 65-year-old Jackie Chan does
Yeah,
it. That's
man.
the best part.
Yo, do you know what his name means?
Jackie Chan?
Yeah. Well, no.
What does Jackie mean?
I mean, I don't know what it is, but the literal meaning of his traditional Chinese name,
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
become the dragon.
Woo!
I don't even believe that.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
so cynical.
Someone's
Unless-
going in there editing his wiki.
Yeah, no, I think maybe that's such a common, like everybody's name means become the dragon or be water or like, something about a Zodiac. I don't know.
Yo, we need a hater alert button. Jackie
Mine-
Chan's not gonna love you.
I don't know. I'm just saying. Like, come on, why do you have a rapper name? Stop it. What is they use like Wu-Tang Clan name generator in China?
Jesus.
Oh my God, say it.
What? And whose kid is like become the dragon? What kind of ego?
Yassine's got to put a bunch of like disclaimers. No,
But
My name means happy.
oh my God.
yeah, it's good. Stand-up comedian.
It's true. That's not. Yeah, maybe.
Your next bit. What's the deal?
But imagine if my name was like friggin'
Frown.
Emperor of Samurai or something. I don't know why I went
Yeah.
there, but something
But like
crazy.
that's Asian culture, right?
That's
the dragon
true.
is a thing. So
Yeah.
like the year of the dragon, become the dragon, all that
True.
stuff.
They love dragons.
Yeah.
I was born in the year of the dragon, 88.
Ooh, you're the pig.
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know.
we'll figure it out at some point.
It's all right. Yasin doesn't even know what zodiac he is.
You don't know?
No, I think he knows.
Cancer, I believe.
All right.
He's
cool.
still not even 100%
He's
sure.
like, I
He's
don't
like,
know.
"Ah, something. I'm up there, one of them things.
I was when I was going on first dates in my late 20s. I had a girl on the first date. Like, what's your horoscope? I'm like, why? I wanted to know if she believes in horoscopes. No, she's
Yeah.
like, because I can only date certain horoscopes. I was like, I thought she was gonna have fun with it, and it just made me question her sanity.
Yeah.
Because she was like, I'm only good with, and she named a few. Like, I give a, like I
Yeah.
care.
So whatever.
Because even if she said mine, I was like, I don't think this is working.
Yeah. This app, I know you want to answer first, but you go first. You go first.
No, just year
Oh.
of the ox.
Oh, your year of the
Year
ox.
of the ox.
That's nice.
Yes.
You look like an ox.
Okay, thank
Strength.
you. Trying to work out. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, it's crazy how like if you think about the dating scene, like thank goodness I don't have to worry about this anymore.
Right.
But apparently, like there are people out there who are like live and die by like, what's your sign? Blah blah blah. Okay, never talking to you again. It's like, okay, well, you didn't even
Yeah.
give it a shot. Now that's a sad thing that like we would live so.
It's not even a personality test.
Yeah.
Even if somebody was like, "Hey, can you do a Star Wars personality test to see if you'd be Yoda?" Because I only go out with Yoda.
yeah. I only go with Yodas. But it's
But,
like
I would respect that more.
Yeah,
I guess, right?
As a fan,
it's true. But I think it's crazy. It's like, nowadays people already have a hard enough time meeting others because I think we're like let's face it, people bury themselves in devices now, right? You don't really get a lot of that face-to-face interaction. So it's like if you meet someone, and it's like, damn, this person's got a nice smile. I gotta find out their zodiac. What are you? Virgo. It's over. And walk away. It's like, come on.
As a person who is currently still dating,
There you go.
right?
Ladies.
The
And gentlemen.
thanks, Eric.
You're the ox.
I think a lot of it has to do with you have too many options or too many choices or too many decisions to make
gotta
you're
slim it
like
down.
you're just like they're just choosing something to cut it down because it makes them feel less
Guilty.
not guilty, just overwhelmed, or just I find myself looking for reasons not to, like, oh, this is not gonna work.
Really?
Yeah, because you're so used to it not working that you feel like you should just try to find what not doesn't work so you don't have to waste your time.
That's a good perspective.
There's something wrong with this woman. I'm gonna find out what.
Which is a not a good mind state
It's
to
not.
be in.
Yeah, because you're not looking at all the positive things.
But the thing is that I can understand that as being a natural tendency.
Well, you got to fight that now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you got to go out there and be
It's
like,
funny because if she goes with the Zodiac thing, I'll be like, haram. I can't deal with you because you believe in that.
you got to pause, think of this episode, and be like, yeah, remember, positive things, not the negative things.
I'm sure.
Just jump over the hump.
I think, what would Eric do?
Done. That's gonna get you through everything. You are now golden going
I
forward.
somehow find a Loation.
Aloation.
Hey, that's Eric's wife.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Sarah's
cool.
the ocean, yeah.
Yep. I know them from King of the Hill.
That's what everyone says.
Yep.
But you know what's funny? Yeah, I never knew a Laotian person because I never watched King of the Hill. Well,
Right.
I've watched it, but never paid
I
attention.
didn't know that either.
But yeah, so when I met Sarah, I was like, whoa, got the full 411 on the country and the
You
culture.
been?
Never been?
You gonna?
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, I know I want to do an Asian trip at some point. Like I want to see like Korea, Japan, et cetera, et cetera. But like it's gotta be one of those trips where it's like you gotta go and just plan to see a little bit of everything while you're there. Because that's a long trip, man. That's a long plane ride. So you figure you might as well do everything in one fell swoop. Thailand, everything.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah. And with the wedding coming up, you're gonna see more of it, right?
Sick.
It's gonna be crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
You know what they need? They need a travel agency.
Uh-huh.
What they do is
They have those?
yeah, for
What
sure.
are these things you speak of?
But it's specific around food and loosely based around Anthony Bourdain's show. So
Okay.
like, let's say you want to go to Vietnam, right? It'll book you and it'll bring you to the places that he ate over there, so you can eat the food that he had.
So it's almost like your itinerary set for you, but it's all around
Food,
food. That's kind of cool, man.
right?
Just
makes
throw that
sense.
out there.
Yeah,
That must exist because there's enough people who love food.
and Anthony Bourdain.
I think that's a good idea.
And to be honest with you, like I
We
love
have such good ideas.
We do.
There's somebody
Yeah.
like just mining these somewhere, becoming a billionaire.
ding.
Just the movie ideas, bro.
And I love traveling, but I'm the kind of person who like I always lean towards food.
Food, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Always.
Is it exploration? Actually, you've done
Oh, I've eaten well.
Yeah.
Like Michelin star level places.
yeah.
Yeah, I ate like on like overlooking the Acropolis in Greece.
Yeah.
And they one of the meals they brought us was it was covered by a dome, like a glass dome, and they're like and she was like, I'm gonna lift this dome and you're going to inhale the smoke in it, and under that is your food. And then I was just like, she opens, I'm like a freaking pothead or something, like just inhaling this, and under that is like a little like
Carrot.
like no joke, it's like a Timbit size piece of something. And what it was is like pulverized, so I don't even know what it is. It was good, but that was one of my 5 things I ate there
Oh, okay.
for about $190.
Nice.
Yeah.
Each.
Yeah.
Woo.
Wait.
know.
No. Is each Timbit 100 or?
Oh no. That
like
the
those-
whole
Oh.
experience
Got it.
is.
I was
so
gonna say
he had
each Timbit.
You had 5 entrees in one
Yeah,
go.
I kind of full. I breathed in so much of that gas. I don't
That's
know what
how they
that
get you.
was.
That's how they get you.
That's how they get you.
Yeah,
the gas will fill you up.
They even threw one in. It was like, oh, we have, just because you guys are on such a special night, we have one more little like piece of crap. For you.
Literally
It was
Timbit.
good. It was just we have one little toonie sized disc. I'm gonna insert this right in your mouth.
The world's greatest steak.
Yeah.
lies here.
I'm sorry to put you out like this.
I was like, you don't even need to wash this dish, dude. There's barely anything on here.
And all the greatest chefs too say like if you want to learn about someone's culture right away, eat their food. Meet with the locals, eat the street food.
Yeah.
Get to know what the culture's about through that. So that's why I always like when I travel, people are like, I want to go here, I want to go see that, I want to do that. I'm like, show me the restaurants.
Yeah.
Just get me to the culture, get me to the food. And the people who like make it, like I know it's gonna sound weird, but you wouldn't think of Chicago as being one of those places. But when I was in Chicago recently, there was one place called Luke's Lobster Hall, which was my favorite place we went to. And just talking to the person who owned the shop, you got so much spirit out of them, which is amazing. So like you could see the pride in their face, and like, I'm excited for you to eat this. I'm excited for you to experience why I find this small little hole in the wall to be so special to me. Yeah. And you eat it, and like, it's almost like that soul is injected in there. You know what I mean? Like, you're feeling the pride. And so when I travel, that's what I look for. It's like, give me that. Let me try it. Let me
funny
figure this
coming
out.
for you because it's like, it's almost like Spawn and be like, I'm gonna eat the food and get your soul.
Yeah.
Is that what Spawn does?
Probably. He does a little bit of everything.
Oh, I don't know a lot about that guy.
I don't know much about him either.
Met Todd McFarlane. I don't know if he told you yet.
Ooh, who's that?
The creator,
The creator of Spawn and
Oh,
Venom.
yes, I saw
and he
that.
created
I
Venom.
saw
Oh yeah,
your
it was in the group
Instagram
chat.
post.
Yeah. And the post. Yeah.
You know what's cool about Todd McFarlane?
Yeah.
No.
Is that Spawn is the longest running
Independent comic.
independent comic book. So it's
Whoa.
underneath no other publisher. It's
Are
his
they
thing.
respected the same way?
Oh yeah, big time. Because there was. Okay, can I nerd out for a second?
Well,
Water bottle
we
goes
kinda
back
have
down.
you over.
All right. So what's crazy is that like you have Jim Lee, Todd McFarlane, Eric Larson, like all these big hitters of the late 80s comic scene, and they were like becoming rock stars, and comic books were taking off into mainstream. And then what happened was they're all hired by like Marvel and DC, et cetera, et cetera. And then these guys come together and they're like, yo, we're not getting paid enough. Like, you look at what these companies are making, what are we getting as artists? So these guys banded together. They're like the bad boy crew of like that era. Like, why don't we come together and just do our own thing? So they created Image Comics. So these like,
That's them?
so these 5 all-stars, or I think it was 5 or 6 all-stars of the comic world at their peak, like, you know, the X-Men animated series comes out. Who designed those characters? Jim Lee. Like, it was all based off the work they did. Spawn, Venom, all that stuff. They basically said, we're just going to dip and do our own thing. So you have the creator of Venom, the redesigner of X-Men. You have people who defined a generation basically going at their peak, bye-bye, and starting their own. It's almost like if Kevin Durant, Kawhi, LeBron all created their own league right now. Just out of nowhere, they left
I
the
thought you
NBA.
were like, if Kevin, like, I thought you were literally gonna say if Kevin Durant joined the Golden State Warriors after they won the championship. I'm like, oh, like that. But yeah,
Worse.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so these guys created Image Comics, and then Spawn was created from that.
Image Comics is huge. Most of my collection is all Image.
Yeah,
because as
Yeah.
a person who wanted to get into comic books,
Yeah.
but if you want, where do you start if you're like Spider-Man? It might have to go back into the 80s.
Wow.
Do I have to go to
Yeah.
90s?
Yeah.
Like, oh no. You can just choose this story arc and then go. But it feels incomplete. It's almost like you had to be there, or you had to wait for a reboot or whatever.
Yeah.
But even then, at the reboot, let me just watch the movies. Image Comics, however, they make it easy for you because
a lot of graphic novels too.
exactly.
And what's crazy too is that like that company still believes in like content, like creator owned content. So these guys like Eric Larson are still doing books like 30 something years later almost. And it's like they're still in control. They're still doing these daily. Like Todd McFarlane, he's still on Instagram inking pages for his comic book by himself. Like, you're a rock star, and it's like you're still taking the time to create your books, right?
Yeah.
So it's insane. It's a huge accomplishment on him. And when I met him pre Fan Expo show, like, most humble dude ever. He's stacking his own boxes at his table by himself. Shy Me goes up to him and is like, yo, I just gotta do this. I'm gonna talk to him. One of the idols, right? And it's like, super nice guy. He was so
What'd
cool.
you say? How do you open those?
Dude, I literally, I don't know how I did it, but like in the moment, basically I was like, I gave him a Spawn print just as a thank you. I said, hey, I just want to give you this. Basically thanked him for like the inspiration he gave me as a kid, and, you know, congratulate him and all that. And he was so cool. He was like, you know, are you at Artist Alley? Like, are you excited for the show? Like, grabbed me. He's like, let's take a photo. Got some other guy to take a photo for me. But
awesome.
he was super cool. He was super nice. And it was one of those things where it's like, I knew you would never see him for the rest of the show, because this was like hours before even the first day started. So I knew I was never going to catch him. Like, from then, Yassine saw with me, there was lineups every morning waiting for that show to start for him. So I knew I wasn't going to catch him the rest of the show, but I was like, hey, hopefully we meet again, man. Plant that nugget. Hopefully we
That's awesome that he was
cross
so
paths
cool
again.
too, man.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes you meet your idols and it turned out to be assholes.
Yeah. I met one of my the people I kind of looked up to when I was doing jiu-jitsu, and he was so badly concussed. Like, you
Really?
could tell he's like he had brain damage from getting hit in the head, and I was like, oh no, like It was so. I like how Yassine's like. But I was like, oh, this guy seems drunk and he's not. It was so interesting.
I was just expecting a completely different story. Like, meet your heroes, don't meet your heroes. They might be assholes. And say it's like, his brain damage. I'm like, that's not. I mean,
it's not like he went up to you and he was like, screw off. It's like, oh, he's hurt.
It's just like I didn't expect it at all. It was so different from what I thought was gonna happen.
If you guys, not everyone has heroes, but like if you guys look up to someone or idolize someone, who would it be and who would you want to meet?
Oh, you know what? I met Hakeem Olajuwon when I loved Hakeem Olajuwon.
Oh, you met the dream?
Yeah, when like a year or two after we won the championship and stuff at the mosque.
That would have been what, 97?
Yeah,
you guys, they won 94, 95, right?
About 97.
Wow.
When I couldn't have been a bigger basketball fan.
Really?
And he was there in his Buick.
Really?
Yeah.
Super nice guy, I assume.
Super nice
seems
guy.
Super humble.
Prayed with me.
What?
And we're at the mosque. What are you gonna do?
I thought you meant like
everyone.
literally went to. Oh, sorry. I thought you meant like you went like.
He just
private
held me
place.
for a while.
Sorry, I thought it was like a.
He just palmed my head.
The way you said it, he prayed with me, so I thought it was kind of like, yo, let's.
That picture just popped your head.
That was just him holding,
That would be
his head like a
hilarious.
basketball.
That would be hilarious.
I will dunk you after.
I called my mom and was like, bring something to autograph. I should have been way more specific. My mom brings me $100 bill.
Do you still have it? Did
I
you get
bought
it
shoes, man. I was like, who brings you $100 bill? Should have brought me a $1 bill. I would have kept it. $100. Is his autograph worth $100? I know I love him, but I'm also poor. What is this? What do you expect a poor guy to
Your mom is
do?
the ultimate troll.
Make your choice wisely.
Shit.
Yeah, you can't beat that one. That was so good.
God, can you? There might be someone out there that's holding on to a C note. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know why they gave this away, but this is definitely Hakeem Olajuwon's signature.
It's in rotation in the United States.
Other kids' parents brought basketballs. My mom was there, like, I couldn't find anything. Hey, here's $100 bill and a book. So he put it on the book so he'll sign it. And I was like, okay. And I was like,
So good.
You should have signed the book. What was the book?
who cares? I don't remember. I don't even remember having a book in the house.
So good.
God.
But yeah, that's what happened. And then my one of my relatives got me a Matt Maloney autograph. He was like a
Yeah.
point guard for the Rockets for a little bit. I had that for a long time.
I like how you went like from here. It's like Hakeem Olajuwon. Yeah, Matt Maloney.
Yeah.
It's a Matt Maloney for a while.
I high-fived him.
Yeah,
he's
it is
cool.
what it is.
He's
I've
a
met
cool
Hakeem twice. I met him then, and he was. We were in one of those inner city middle schools where they send
Yeah.
basketball players to convince you not to do drugs.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was in that middle school 3 years running. So got to see Hakeem Olajuwon would come out, and he would be like, "Kids,
Don't do drugs.
don't
I
don't do drugs."
I didn't know basketball. I wasn't into basketball at all, but Hakeem Olajuwon was here also.
Yeah,
He
I
was
think
here for
last
like
season.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No,
With Vince Carter.
I guess like when I was a kid,
Yeah.
like he was coming for Eid prayers and stuff.
Oh.
Oh,
I thought he meant to play
apparently
for the
loves it
Raptors.
here.
Yeah.
He apparently when at the end of his career,
Yeah.
he like trade me 1 year to Toronto.
Really?
Yeah,
And
he
he
loved being
Played
here.
with VC and the boys. I
Yeah.
think it was like
no
2002.
knees. He had no knees.
Oh yeah, he wore those double braces
Dude,
in
he
every
had
game. Those big chunky
two
ones.
big braces on his legs.
One
when he
on his
played.
arm, yeah.
Yeah, he looked like he was about to just
Fall apart?
Fall apart on him. Just those were his joints, is what it seemed like.
Right. All right. To answer, say Eric's question.
Yeah, what about you?
All right. You listed who you did meet. Is there someone that
You'd
you
wanna
haven't
meet.
met yet
Yeah.
that you
I
would?
don't know.
No.
No.
Can we
maybe
open it up? Dead or alive?
Yeah, I'd like. Yeah. Give me a second.
Yeah. Okay.
All
cool.
right, you seen you got one?
Ed Norton.
Oh, that was
Okay.
easy.
Okay.
I like. I was like,
because of Fight Club.
Yeah, I love Ed Norton. I just find him a very cool dude. But like, I'd love to also speak with like crazy old man that would just not shut up. Like Al Pacino, or just telling you every story that's ever been in his head. Yeah, exactly. Like watch Pacino just go full Pacino.
Fair.
That'd be fun. Or I'll just leave it there.
Okay. Childish Gambino.
okay. I know he was up there for you in terms of hero status. That's good.
I just want to have a conversation with him just for me to understand what it's like for to be in the presence of a person that does so many things that I like personally that well.
yeah.
Just everything. So that would be him. I'm fascinated with Genghis Khan.
Okay.
Interesting.
So that's a
Jeez.
historical figure. I wouldn't mind.
I wouldn't mind meeting a T-Rex. Just making sure they're real and if they have feathers.
Fair.
Kawhi Leonard. would be an interesting. Or like, hey man, do you think you're misunderstood?
Yeah.
I don't know what he said.
Yeah, it's true. He's so literal.
That's what I say.
He's so literal, though.
Yeah,
You know?
he's so straight to the point.
What if he's like, which one of us is truly understood? And you're like, damn right. Woo. It's deep.
There was an interview with Kawhi where some guy lists all of his stats for a game, and the game he went off like crazy or whatever, and after he finished listing the stats, he's like, Kawhi, who are you, right? And so it should be like, we had a good team, or feeling good, or whatever the case may be. He just answers, I'm Kawhi Leonard.
It's true.
That was it.
It's true. I like Popovich.
Popovich is the best.
Popovich
It's so
is the
classic.
best.
He talks a lot, right?
No,
he goes off.
He's the
No,
most
he doesn't?
dry. He's the most dry. Pop, how'd you say you guys pulled off this 30-point lead in the first half? We scored more than they did.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff.
Like that.
But he smirks. He smirks when he says it. That's the
I've
best
seen
part.
him do one where, and it's an obligation that coaches have to do, is like you have to answer at least one question for this, like
Yes.
right before the half, right?
Okay, yeah.
And I remember this one lady was like, Pop, at first you guys were down by 10, you guys came back, the defense really needed to put it together, the scoring came up after a while, but how are you going to stop this player from the other team? He goes, teamwork. And he just turns around and walks away. And I was like, awesome. Fair. That's good.
Look up Popovich moments. Best.
Yeah.
He's the greatest coach of all time.
I've been missing that.
In that and in basketball, like in terms of
last
coaching.
week, while he's coaching the FIBA world team.
I know where you're going with this. Patty Mills.
No, this is
Oh,
a
not that one?
reporter started to come to him from England, and he was like, we're going to speak with Popovich.
Yeah.
And as he gets near, Popovich looks at him and just walks the other way.
Oh.
And he goes, maybe not. The guy's like, maybe not.
So earnest.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. They were shaking hands.
And he pushes Patty Mills over like, I know you, get out of here. You need to, you're my player. Get the heck out of here.
That's so funny. I like Popovich.
How do we feel
Yeah.
about NBA players not really showing up for the FIBA? Do we feel a certain way about this, or we don't? Do we
I did
care?
when I was a kid.
This guy didn't even let me answer my question about that. I'll go
Oh,
to
shit,
let's
yeah.
go get the back. It's okay. We can go to the basketball thing. It's all good.
Let's have Eric come on and tell him what we want. Hey, Eric, I know Yassine doesn't want to, but I want to know now.
I promise we'll get to the basketball thing. I was going to say, I thought about it a lot. So obviously, Jay-Z and Kanye, my favorite musicians of all time.
Yeah.
Those guys I was thinking of. But if I think about who I'd have the best conversation with, it would be who we talked about earlier, Will Smith. I feel like Will Smith would give me
that's true. That's the best.
He's my comedic and like movie hero, and I feel like he would give me an amazing conversation. The stories, the insights.
Fair, yeah, that'd
Because I
be
feel
awesome.
like Jay-Z, love him, but he'd be a lot more like business talk and like,
Right.
you got to do this, and here's my flow and my style. Kanye, I don't know which Kanye I'm gonna get, and it's
Yeah,
not his
got
fault
it.
that he has different moods, right? So like, I don't know which one I get.
Yeah.
Will I get quiet Kanye? Will I get insightful Kanye?
I think Kanye would be fun though.
He would be the like if he was just like him, like he was 100% on, he'd be the best one. But Will Smith would consistently
Yeah.
give me the answers I'm looking for.
With
and
Will
a
Smith,
great
wouldn't you end up just wanting to,
Just hang with him.
give me advice?
He
go.
would give you advice. He
Yeah.
would tell you to read a book.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know? He'd give you some principles.
conversation. He'd be the best. He'd probably like take you on like a trip and everything. He's such a cool guy.
He'd mature you.
Yeah.
He'd make you his project.
Yeah.
Oh, big time.
Can you imagine? Oh,
He's like, look what I did with Jaden.
oh, Jaden.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've wasted mine on Ed Norton. I don't know what I was thinking.
It's okay. Ed Norton's a cool guy.
I mean, Ed Norton is cool. You're gonna have to talk to him about the Hulk situation.
Yeah. Hulk's gone.
Yeah.
All right.
Hulk. Yeah, sorry, basketball. Yes.
What do you feel?
About the player, like the whole thing of
Or
like,
should we not care? Like NBA is bigger than
No.
world
Oh, I
world
care.
level.
I care.
Yeah, I think like if you look at like the USA team, for example, it's like I'd say there's only two guys on that team that you look at and go like they're like solid stars to be their starters in the NBA, Donovan Mitchell and Jason Tatum.
Yeah.
But a lot of the other players, it's like you have guys who are either bench guys or guys who are like role players. And you think of
Yeah.
all the players they've had in the past, and the fact that it's gotten down to that, where so many people just pulled out and don't
The
care
two
as much.
guys you named should be at the end of the bench of a normal like
FIBA team.
FIBA or Olympic roster.
Yes. Like,
Kemba
they would-
Walker is the only star on that team.
Yeah, and you look at that, like Kemba Walker is not even like, in my opinion,
Mm.
forgive me, but I don't even think he's a top 5 point guard.
Wow, this guy just said it.
Yeah, he's not a top 5 point guard in my opinion. There's so many guys ahead of him, and that's your star. So that shows you like the days of like LeBron, Melo.
I think they'll come back for the Olympics. You know why? Because they love being pampered and being in the spotlight.
I guess they're probably like, you guys take care of this.
They want to do the
I'll get back to
experience of walking around, and then even for the Olympics, they stayed on a yacht. They didn't stay in the Olympic Village.
It's crazy.
They stayed on a boat.
Yeah.
The whole team.
I'm on a boat.
Just the NBA team.
Oh,
Everybody else was in the Olympic Village in
Mm-hmm.
Russia or whatever. Where was it? Was it in Russia? I don't remember.
Yeah, I think the last one was.
But yeah, these guys crazy.
Yeah, but I think if you look at the Canadian side, because I think the American side, like, they've earned the right to not have to do the FIBA tournaments, like to only have to do Olympics, because like they're the best of the best. Like USA will always be the top team,
Yeah.
but
Right.
I think as a Canadian, these are the kind of tournaments that you need your Canadian best, like Jamal Murray, and the rest of the cats to show
Wiggins.
up. Like, Wiggins, Barrett. You want them to show up to be like, okay, Canada doesn't have the reputation yet, so let's build
you
it
have to
up
build
in
it,
the FIBAs, and then let's get into Olympics. Maybe we can go farther than ever, right? But the fact that they're not showing up for this tournament it just hurts our rep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we have some solid players. Like Jamal Murray is killer, man.
Yeah,
You
man.
put him on a team, and he's a star,
He
right?
can flat out play.
And it'd be nice for him to at least show up and say, hey, let's try our best to give ourselves a better rep. Because right now, it's like there's so much talk about Canadian basketball and like having all these great Canadian stars on the rise, but you're never represented well in international tournaments. And I feel bad because you have Nick Nurse as your coach right now.
Yeah.
Such a good, he's a championship coach, and he has no one.
He's got Kelly Olynyk.
Yeah, no offense to them, but he doesn't have that guy to at least lean on. You know what I mean? Like, other teams, for example, like Greece, have Antetokounmpo
Giannis,
showing up. Like,
That's
Yo.
the thing about all those smaller countries have like pride, and also
shout out to Giannis too, man. Like that's a
that's
solid dude.
get
I'm
him
gonna
when
show up and
get
I'm
them
gonna
when they're young. That's when you can get them. Let's see if you can get Jason Tatum in 6 years.
yeah.
Seriously,
Jason Tatum's.
I don't think Giannis maybe
Wait,
he will.
Jason Tatum is
He's in Boston. Yeah,
American,
Boston.
okay.
It's just like he's 23 or something right now.
super young. Yeah.
So I just feel like once they get a little bit older, they're like, I
not
paid
gonna
my
care.
dues, man.
Oh,
These
okay, I see
young
what
guys
you're
lift
saying.
this
yeah.
thing.
Giannis is a different breed, man. Like he is. I love that guy. It's so hard not to like that guy.
But you're right. He has pride though.
He does. And that's what I
where he
love
comes
about. He's
from.
old school. That's what I love about Giannis, man.
Well, he was in the military or something.
He was
Saw a picture.
such a big target.
Yo, and he's
Such a big.
and
target.
he has been a one man wrecking crew in this tournament. He's been just
They're out.
smashing.
They just
up
lost
everyone.
to Spain, right?
I think so. But
Is the
him
court
personally,
smaller? His Euro step covers so much ground.
He's just,
that.
he's just daddy long legs, yo. He just gets up and gets
Yeah.
down so easy.
He's legitimately can like palm the ball before the 3-point line 2 steps and he's dunking.
Yeah, he's
like
nuts.
Spider-Man.
He's nuts, man. I forget what team it was. Like I think it was like the opening
Timeout.
game. Sorry,
Spider-Man
Yeah.
would be so good at basketball,
got the timeout for Spidey.
right? Like I think Spider-Man would be his game.
Yeah. You
be
can
like,
palm
yeah.
the ball.
He can
When the
palm-
ball
he can
sticks to his
Jump
hand, though, when
super
you have to-
high.
He could jump. Yeah, he could take 2 steps and get there.
Yeah.
We might not even suspect. We'd be like, he's so good at basketball. We wouldn't even suspect him of fighting crime. We would be like, why would he make millions of dollars and fight crime too, Yassine?
Yeah, fair.
That's stupid.
That's true.
Jeez.
That's true.
Just because
I like
he's
how
athletic.
in this scenario it's me who doesn't believe
Well,
it.
this is my scenario.
Of all
My
people.
scenario.
Oh my god.
But yeah,
He could jump from the half.
No, that'd be too much. He's a superhero.
That's
He's
only
trying
for
to make
Michael
some money.
Jordan. Space Jam.
What if Michael Jordan, right,
Was Spider-Man.
was Spider-Man,
That's
Yeah,
true.
that's why he's so mad all the
right?
time.
When he pushed off Bill Russell, pulled his pants a little bit. I don't know. Not Bill Russell, was it? Russell, whatever. Brian Russell.
Were you there?
Byron
Like, were you
Russell.
watching? Was he with Michael Jordan?
Yeah.
Like,
I watched him play live. Yeah, I watched him make his last shot as a Bull.
It's crazy.
That wasn't the one when he closed his eyes, right?
No, definitely
Okay,
not. That was just like a throwaway.
Yeah.
Oh,
Thing.
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
The last shot he made was, I think, against Brian Russell against Utah. When he did that cross, pushed him off.
Yo, Byron Russell never
basically
lived
to
it
win
down.
the championship, win the 6-1. Then he came back and just embarrassed himself as a part owner
Wizard.
of the Wizards and playing. But everybody knew it was over.
Yeah.
He's trying to buy a team.
Yeah, it's interesting because like I was growing up, I was hockey first, and then there was a point where like in the late '90s when Kobe came into the league, so '98, and Kobe and Vince Carter all of a sudden made me go, wait a second, and then
That's true.
Allen Iverson made me go, hold up. So like these guys basically
How about
took
this?
over hockey all the way. So like I never like really paid attention to
Yeah.
Jordan other than Space Jam, right?
Right. Those guys all made it cool, though. All those guys you just
Yeah.
mentioned.
Yeah, like Penny Hardaway was actually more of a favorite for me
His
than
name
Michael
was
Jordan.
Penny?
Yeah, he was in space. He was
Doing
in
Sprite commercials.
NBA Jam.
Yes.
Jordan wasn't in NBA Jam because it would cost too much to
Copyrights
get
and
him. Yeah.
stuff.
So like it was a weird time for me where I never got to like really appreciate him in the moment.
Yeah.
But I did catch because that era, the Wizards era, was when I really got into basketball.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, Jordan's back. And then I remember he was put in like the first All-Star game from coming back.
Yeah.
And he had like a breakaway all by himself in the game, All-Star game. He goes for a dunk, tongue out, clang off the rim, and everyone's just laughing at him. I'm like, oh, this is not what I remember.
Not what I expected.
Bring back T-Mac. Put T-Mac on the court.
It's crazy watching like a great in his prime. Like I got to
Yeah.
see Sampras in his prime, and I really love tennis.
Oh.
I got to see GSP get the belt from Matt Hughes.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
that was one of those things like, oh, you've probably had that moments at a different point with probably like Khabib or McGregor or somebody.
Yeah.
But I remember when friggin' GSP hit Matt Hughes with a high kick.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, I'm a MMA fan for life.
When you can like see and appreciate in the moment someone in their prime, that's the best. Like for
man.
me, believe it or not, big tennis fan, Roger Federer. So I've watched his whole career, and it's like I've seen that peak of like the GOAT, which is crazy, right? Or even right now, technically, we got to put LeBron James up there. Like we're witnessing one of the greatest of all time, top 5 player.
When he blocked that coming back on Iguodala, and I was just like, I remember that like it was yesterday. I think about that very often.
When they blew the 3-1 lead, right?
Yeah.
It was watching that series.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is a moment.
Yeah.
You behold this.
Yeah. We had that with Kawhi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This past season.
Especially us. I mean, we were
The shot?
This playoff will forever like
Felt like a dream.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah. It's it's staying in your brain.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
That's the best part. Like UFC, I remember like my dad's more of a UFC fan than I am. So he started off when like Spider Anderson Silva was really taking off, and then he was at that peak.
Right.
So I kind of like watched a few fights with my dad. I'm like, yo, this Anderson Silva guy is hella good, right? Then
Yeah.
unfortunately, like, not much after he broke his leg, right?
Yeah.
But when you watched him, I was kind of like, I don't know where this guy is going to be all time, but damn, this guy looks really good. Like, he kicked ass, man.
He kicked ass in the most fun, crazy Bruce Lee way, like how you would imagine.
Yes.
Like,
A cockier UFC fighter kind of thing.
it's just
He was like unhittable.
It was
showman.
Yeah, he was a magician. He's just like, pow, killed him. It was first fight with Chris Lieben. He landed like 16 shots, didn't miss one, and that was the whole fight. And then he goes to Rich Franklin, who is the champion, and just knees his face to look like somebody else for the rest of Rich Franklin's life. Rich Franklin had one face. He had this fight. After that, a whole new face off, like changed him. And then he goes on, and of course Forrest Griffin goes up to 205, grabs like pop, puts that guy out. He had a bunch of those. He had a bunch of amazing fights, man. I'm forgetting a few.
Yeah, we gotta get Syed to be the new like Stephen A. Smith, man.
Oh, you are correct.
Recall sports stuff. Well, Rich yeah?
That dude's face is
me see.
different.
Really? Yeah, I gotta get a peek at this.
Yeah, no, it's you should watch it. But yeah, no, it's true. He changed his nose.
Yeah.
Yo, I gotta see that. What'd you Google?
And after they healed it, it even looked it never looked the same after that. Anyways,
Okay, so speaking about UFC.
Yeah.
Although this episode is going out in 2 weeks, so and the fights are tomorrow.
right?
Or the day after. That being said, super happy to get to watch Khabib fight again. Hopefully he makes weight. And he's going to be fighting Dustin Poirier.
Ooh.
Yes, the diamond. And this one is so nice because everyone has utmost respect for each other. No one's insulting anyone's religion, family, wife. None of that. Just regular stuff. Super excited to watch this. Are you going to make it, Satan?
I will be coming back from Cambridge around 2 or 3, so it might be tight.
Oh, no, you
I
can
might
make
be
it.
coming,
because the card,
Yeah.
the
main card starts at 2:30, I think.
2.
2. So it'll probably start rocking around 3:30.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you can still make
I'll
that.
hope for some long fights until then.
So anyway, because the fight's happening in Abu Dhabi, Khabib's dad is there.
Ooh.
And I've been watching the Embedded. The entire camp treats the dad as if he's some sort of king.
Really?
In like there's a fear and also
Respect.
Yeah, respect at the same time. It's crazy, you know.
I think they like being in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah. And everywhere they roll, they got 3 Mercedes SUVs plus a van. Everyone comes. Everyone
whole
comes.
crew.
The whole crew, like everyone. It's crazy. They have a-
Shabadev,
yeah.
Bader Babadov.
This is the first
They're great.
show there?
Yeah.
Second
Second.
second
yeah.
UFC there.
Yeah, second or third.
Wow.
Because they did one of the Anderson ones there, and that was the one with Anderson fought Damian Maia and wouldn't finish him, and just made it a very long and embarrassing fight for the UFC. While
Really?
yeah, it was the first one. It was a big problem. Like
Oh, shit.
Dana was like
Pissed?
pissed. And there was a company that had just bought, it was Flash Entertainment, that was owned by the Crown Prince of Abu Dhabi, had just bought like 11% of the UFC, and they built this like whole thing around it.
Yeah.
And Anderson was the crown jewel, and he just had such a weird fight where he wouldn't finish Damian, where he really could have and should have.
Yeah.
Just fight it all like just dancing a ton when you should just hit the guy and put him out. It was very strange. He had a few of those. He had these weird fights where they accused him just not being focused and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Can I share as a non-combat, like not huge combat sports fan?
Sure.
Can I share two of my favorite things I've ever seen? And they actually both come from the same person,
Right.
Rampage Jackson.
Okay.
So first thing I love, did you ever see him against a door?
Yeah.
Did you ever see that? That was crazy.
Those are some cheap ass doors though.
Like, yo,
It's
He
cardboard, right?
Still, I was like, damn, he got that mad that he just tore out the door, which was hilarious. But the more serious one was, and I know it wasn't in the UFC, I think it was in Japan, that clip where dude's got him in an arm bar and he's like on his feet and he lifts the guy up with one arm and then power bombs him and knocks him out. I can't remember what fight that was, but I was like, that
I've
shit
seen
can
that.
happen. Like, that dude's
It
strong
was
as
against
hell.
Ricardo Arona.
Yeah.
And it was just a triangle that Arona's like, I think I have you in a triangle possibly.
Yeah.
And Rampage
Rampage
is
just like lifts him up.
I think I'm gonna kill you. And
Yo.
it was just such a power move.
He's
Just
Lion Kingdom. He's like,
Yeah.
boom, just
the lower
KO'd.
back strength on that guy, and you can see in slow mo all the power reverberate through Ricardo Arona's body. Like,
Yeah.
it was he knocked him out cold.
Like,
Crazy.
That was one of those things I saw, and I was like, I don't know who this dude is.
Yeah.
But I would never want to fight him.
Yeah,
Like,
that looks
holy
like a wrestling move.
dude.
It was it didn't even seem like something a normal person can do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you have somebody straight in front of you, it's very hard to like lift him that high and put them in hell. Like, he just knocked him out cold. It was crazy.
I think watching it with you guys will help me grow more appreciation for, like, not that I don't appreciate what they do, but it's like the strategy behind it.
I think, you
I
should,
need to respect it
I
more.
think you
and
need to
understand.
start training.
Oh,
You know, you've lost.
Say
you've
it's
lost-
correct.
make me a lethal.
Because
make
the
me a
thing is
lethal
that
weapon.
because Sade
Thai.
is very good with regards to, like, because he likes UFC. He liked UFC well before me, right?
Yeah.
And so then I'm watching it with him, but there's only so much that he can explain what's going on, right?
There's so much he wants to explain to.
Yeah, that's also true as well. It's just then at that point, yeah. But like ever since I started jiu-jitsu, I look forward to when the fight's on the ground. But when I didn't know anything about combat, I never wanted them to go to the ground.
Yeah, actually,
Because
like,
I was like,
boring.
let's just hit people.
Yeah.
But now when it's on the ground, I lean in. I'm like, ooh, what are they going to
Yeah,
do?
what are they thinking? Two steps ahead.
Khabib actually blurs, like, he's like, I'll take it to the ground. I'll make it so simple for you to understand. I'm holding one hand while hitting him with the other.
In the
it's just
face.
like, it always just looks like something one kid would do in a backyard or
Yeah.
a schoolyard bully situation.
Yeah.
You're like, he's really beating him up. You know, that's what I feel like every time I watch Khabib fighting. Like, he's really hitting him.
crazy.
Like, somebody should do something.
Just raw, unnerved power.
It's awesome.
It's gonna be great.
Oh, dude, you guys are
Oh
amped
my
up.
God.
I'm excited for you guys.
Yeah. Hey,
This one-
open invite. Come on.
I know, yeah,
Come over.
have the-
You're
yeah.
right there.
Literally, yeah. I'll trek the 5 feet. Why not?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Last thing then.
Yes.
What's next on the list for nerd movies? Joker.
Oh yeah.
I think we might have to watch that, brother.
Okay.
That's a DC movie that we might have to watch.
that's gonna be like
Why not?
R-rated as shit.
Oh, it is R-rated.
Like hard R-rated.
and it's with, do you know who it is? Joaquin Phoenix.
I think that's a great choice. That guy's crazy.
Isn't
yeah.
De Niro in that movie too? Apparently.
Do you know how he, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, isn't Robert De Niro in that movie now too?
I don't know.
I think they showed that revealed these supporting character or something.
Well, thanks, asshole.
For Joaquin to do the laugh,
Yeah.
he based the laugh on, were you the one who was telling me this?
Or was it Justin?
Oh, maybe it was Justin.
Might
Yeah.
have been Justin. The other white guy.
He based I'm sorry, guys. He based the laugh on there's people who have some condition that makes them laugh uncontrollably, and so he listened to recordings of those laughs.
Jeez.
And then he's recreating that because he wanted to laugh in such a way that wouldn't be attached to an emotion of happiness. It's just like, this is just something that you do, or he does, like a reaction.
I can't imagine being afflicted by that. That would be horrible.
It would be horrible.
Just laughing all the time.
Yeah. So
Try
you're
to
not
get
really
anything
happy, you're
done.
just laughing.
I think it's gonna be one of those movies where they definitely play up the whole idea of the tragic side of his backstory.
Yeah.
Because there's been so many different types of Joker, and it's like, you know, one's the gangster who gets put into the vial, the pit, whatever, and whatever, the vat, whatever you call it. Then you have the one who's just like the criminal, like the Heath Ledger version. He's the criminal, borderline terrorist dude, or is a terrorist. Things like that. So it's like, this is the one where it's like, I think we've seen in a lot of the animated show where it's like, imagine you had a life and then everything was taken away from you, and you just went insane from the frustration and the annoyances of life and the things that have been thrown your way. I think that's the one they're going to play with. So I think it's going to like, it's going to make you like the character and then be like, oh God, why did I like this character? He's so diabolical, right?
Yeah.
But it's going to make you feel for him, I think.
Yeah.
I think that's what
I think that's
aim
important.
I think that is important.
Yeah.
That's where all the
Make for a
best
good movie.
villains are made.
Yeah.
That's why I love Magneto. Like, Magneto's my favorite villain because it's like, and we've talked about this at length in the past, but it's like, he has a reason for what he does. And it's like, you look at his past, like, dude had a horrible past in concentration camps,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So he has a reason to.
It's a great way they started that whole movie. The first one was that scene.
Oh, yeah.
I was like,
There's the next one, yeah.
oh my God.
With the fence.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you, it's like that's where the best villains are made, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, Joker would be the only thing down the pipeline, really. Disney Plus, we talked about earlier.
Right.
That's going to give you a lot of nerdom because you have episodic, like weekly episodes.
Yeah. Plus
of
access to all the
these
other
shows.
movies as well.
It's going to be crazy, man.
It's a new world, people.
Yeah.
We're going to be watching A-plus list celebrities
Yeah.
in a TV show format.
Elizabeth
That's
Olsen,
what we're going to get.
etc.
Crazy.
Apparently, rumor is Robert Downey Jr. is going to be creating a series as Iron Man.
wow.
So it might be like something that takes place like in between the movies.
Right.
Isn't that crazy?
Is he
You have
gonna
an
be in
Iron
it?
Yeah, he's apparently the rumor is that he's going to have an Iron Man show. So he's going to continue to live on as Iron Man.
Oh my
but
God, that would be the best.
Come on.
Yeah, he should do that. He just do that for 10. He'd be like 70.
Yeah.
And he'd be like Iron Man. I buy it.
Yeah, I
I'd
don't
buy
know.
it.
Who knows what it'd be about? Like, obviously, Endgame was the end, but you know, in between, like those, let's say 11
That's something
years.
only you. I'm like, I know you guys. You're into like, where would we fit this? I'm like, no, whatever, wherever.
Put it
You got 11 years to play with, basically.
Yeah.
Of RDJ.
Yeah.
And you can make him look young. You know.
Yeah.
It's how hard could it be?
Well, look at Gemini Man with Will Smith. That's another Will Smith reference, but the one like the new movie coming out
I
where
didn't
they
watch
actually
that yet. Is it out yet?
I don't even know what's out
I
yet,
saw a
but-
trailer such a long time ago.
John Woo, like another film where like they made him his 90s self.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you can do anything. We talked about de-aging as well too.
Yeah.
In movies,
It's all good.
Marvel ones.
Eric,
Yeah.
you are here to celebrate
200.
episode 200.
How do you guys feel 200 episodes in?
I don't know. Yes, really?
I like how I threw it back at you. You're both like, oh shit. He threw that one.
When I started, I didn't even think of a number. I just like, I just like doing this, so I'm doing it.
You know what I feel like, and this is weird. I feel
Yeah.
like we're gonna get like 500, and then I'll be like, we were trying to celebrate too.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I feel like this is really cool because we've gotten this far
Yeah.
so consistently.
But you don't think
with
it's
you on
worth
that.
the big celebration yet? What do you think? Do you think it's a big milestone?
Man, if I look
100,
back,
100 feel bigger to me than 200.
yeah, I will say that
'Cause you're in your-
because it's hard to get to 100. After 100, I'm like, yeah, we're gonna just keep
Yeah.
Yeah.
doing this.
Yeah, it's pretty
Well,
crazy.
I'm looking forward to like 3. I think is cool, and 5 is cool.
Yeah. 5.
5 is going to be a big one.
Yeah.
Like episode 500, you better have Joe Rogan on. If you don't have Joe Rogan on by 500, I'm setting the challenge. You guys got to
All right,
have
cool.
Joe Rogan on.
He
by
goes
500.
all these podcasts.
You can make it happen. I have faith in you guys.
All right, man.
There's going to be a way. Even if it's like a snippet in like an elevator with him.
Here,
just say hi.
I'm gonna throw a challenge there. I want
What is
you
it?
to really work on yourself and become the next Joe Rogan, and we'll just have you on.
Shit. You know what?
That might be
So
easier.
there.
Challenge accepted.
That might
right.
be easier.
I just got to use my gusto.
Yeah, I just gotta keep getting fitter.
But thanks,
you go.
Start doing DMT and hunting. And
all that good stuff. Just bring a kettlebell wherever you go.
It's constant. Kettle exercises. I'm just constantly chopping elk meat.
yep,
This is the best.
just doing DMT and chopping elk meat.
Although that quote about back to school was really touching. The one you reposted.
That was I think
was cool.
yeah.
That started a wave. Did you see that one?
No.
So he put up, I forget who the original was, but he reposted a message about back to school and how kids should, their goal for today should be to go and see the kid who's being left out, smile at them, say hi to them, make them feel normal,
okay,
make them
cool,
feel
cool,
like they're
cool.
included.
Yeah.
because that's what a real person would do. So it's really cool to see like he put that message out there.
Yeah.
And being Joe Rogan,
I think it was Joe Schilling. I was about to look it up, but Joe Schilling was that.
Being Joe Rogan, when you post anything, it's getting reposted thousands of times more. So like all these celebrities like Chris Pratt were reposting it.
Yeah.
I was like, hell, man, that's
cool.
how you make a wave with your
platform.
presence. Yeah, your platform.
But enough celebrating Joe Rogan.
Yeah. Celebrate us.
Eric.
Yo.
Thanks for hanging for the podcast.
Yeah.
Thank you for being the guy.
Yeah. Next time I'm on,
our
I'm
nerd
most
plug.
likely a married man.
Wow. Anything could happen.
Unless
Hopefully
you have me on within the next unless I'm on within the next 3 weeks.
And he's like
Married man.
what if he comes on, he's like, she wants to do it next year. She's like, it's the year of the ox.
She said 2020 was but yeah, no, it was an honor.
All right.
It's always fun to be on.
Yeah. Always good to have you, man.
Yeah.
All right, people, thank you for listening to the podcast. We'll be back in a week. We love you all. Thank you for hanging with us for up to 200. Hopefully we get to 500 and even 1,000, 2,000. Who knows, say it.
With Joe Rogan.
2000.
Yeah. Nonetheless, thank you all. We appreciate everything, all the kind support, the comments, the likes, the random messages. We love it all. We appreciate you all.
People running up to you in the street
Yeah.
saying like, are you Sayed Raza?
Yeah.
And then you're like, yeah. And I was like, do I owe you money? And they're like, no, can we take a picture? It's awesome.
For sure. We appreciate it. Anyway, take care of yourselves. We'll be back in a week. Good night.